The first few days in Australia can be really challenging. Understanding what you need to do, how you need to get around, and things you need to plan beforehand, some of those things can be really daunting tasks. Well, in this video we're going to discuss about the things that you should be planning when you're coming to Australia in the first few days. Let's get started. Alright guys, welcome back to another video of Overseas Student Australia. My name is Sam, the founder of Overseas Student Australia website that provides comprehensive information to overseas students like yourself. If you're new to this channel, I suggest you to subscribe as we make videos every single week for overseas students focusing on a range of topics from studying, working and living in Australia. Alright guys, in today's video we're going to discuss about the things that you should be doing in the first few days when you land in Australia. So let's get started with the first thing. Now the first thing that you should be planning is obviously when you land in Australia, you need to find a way to get around to your accommodation. So we actually suggest you to book your airport transfers before you land in Australia. Because when you first arrive in Australia, it can be really challenging to sort out a few things straight away. Now if you haven't done it already, the next thing you need to do is exchange some money. Obviously in Australia we use Australian dollars, so if you're coming to Australia you need to either bring some Australian dollars with you, or you can exchange money when you are arriving in Australia. However, we don't suggest you to exchange all the money in the airport because the exchange rates can be really bad. So we suggest you to actually exchange your money in the city center, in the banks or any money exchanges, because the exchange rates can be really good as compared to the airports. So when you're first coming to Australia, maybe you haven't arranged your long-term accommodation, that should be the next thing on your mind. If you have already arranged your long-term accommodation, that's great. But if you haven't, then it's time to look around and see what are your options. Would you like to live close to the city center or would you like to live away from the city center? So we suggest you to plan for that. Now it's very important to know how to get around your local area. And it's very important also to understand how the public transport system works in your city. So whichever city that you land in Australia, you will need to find out what sort of public transport system is being used. And also it's very important to understand how to get around from your home to your school and to your work and to other places. One of the next very important thing that you need to be doing in the very first few days is to open up your bank account. Now you can actually open up your bank account before coming to Australia as well, but you still need to confirm your details, so you still have to go to the bank. But if you haven't done that yet already, you need to go to the bank and provide them with some details and you need to open up your bank account there. Usually it takes only around 20 minutes to get the whole process done. Arranging up Australian phone number is going to be very important for you as well. So obviously when you first land in Australia, you don't have Australian phone number. You can actually pick up a prepaid card from the airport itself. We suggest you when you land in Australia to get a prepaid phone before you decide to go for plans. The reason for that is when you first land in Australia, you don't know about the prepaid plans and the postpaid plans much. So we suggest you to actually shop around before you go for any long-term contracts. Also, if you plan to work in Australia, you need to apply for TFN, tax file number. And you should be doing that within the first few days of arriving. If you are planning to work, you need to search for jobs. So you need to look around and see what sort of jobs are available in your city. And in order to usually find a job, you need to get your resume done, cover letter done. So we suggest you to actually get these things ready in the first few days as well. The good news is we got a free template of resume and cover letter on our website. Whether you're going to study at university or a vocational education at TAFE or private college, that you need to attend some sort of an orientation. This orientation program obviously explains you about the course that you're going to attend and the things relevant about the course. And also they explain usually about the support services available to students. And last but not the least, in regards to your study itself, you need to understand the course requirements as well. Obviously, Australian study will be different to the studies in your home country, so we suggest you to understand how the system works. Now, these are some of the things that you should be planning to do when you land in Australia in the very first few days. Well, we hope you find this information useful, guys. If you do, we got a free planning checklist that you can download from our website as well. We'll put the link in the description below. And thank you for watching this video, guys. I'll see you in the next video.